Hey everyone, it's Tyler Stroke from Universal Rackets, and this is going to be an amazing video because in this video, we're going to go over one strategy for the serve and one strategy for the return that will completely transform your game. Regardless of your playing level, regardless of your ability, if you can implement this strategy and this mindset into your pickleball game, you are going to win so many points, you are going to create so many more opportunities, and you're going to win and have more fun in pickleball. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is start out with the serve. Now players, number one, at a beginning level, they think what? They just have to get the serve in. Then once they get a little bit better and they get more confidence, they think, oh, I need to hit a super powerful serve. I want you to think that once you get past getting the ball in for the serve isn't to hit as hard as possible. You don't see aces in pro pickleball, but what do you see? It looks like they're not trying, but what are they trying to do? They are trying to set up an opportunity. Once again, if you can think with your pickleball serve that you're going to set up an opportunity rather than just get the ball in, if you already think that, or hit the ball as hard as possible, you are going to be so much more effective on your serve. Now, what does the server have to do rather than your opponent? The server has to let the next ball bounce. So I serve, and again, I can't just run up and hit the next ball in the air. After I serve, I have to stay back. So I want you to think, the returner has first dibs up to the kitchen. The returner has first dibs up to the kitchen. The returner has the best opportunity. They are in the best position possible in pickleball. When you're at the kitchen, you are in the best place to win. I want you to think, the faster you serve the ball, the faster the ball's going to come back. I want you to think, the shorter you serve the ball, what's your returner going to do? Your returner is going to have a way easier trip to the kitchen. So you need to think of the serve of setting up the point. And what I mean by that is you need to get your serve deep rather than powerful. This is the strategy that will completely transform your game, is if you can think that you're going to keep your opponent back by getting the serve deep rather than having power on your serve, it's going to create you so many more opportunities. And here's why. If they serve to me and they serve me a super short serve, watch what I'm going to do, or super fast. All I'm going to do is here, I'm going to hit it and then I'm going to be up at the kitchen. However, if they serve me a super deep serve, what's going to happen? I'm going to hit it from behind the baseline, and now the next ball that I'm going to hit, instead of being all the way up here, if I get pushed back for my return here because they hit me a deep serve, now the next ball I'm going to be in the transition zone. And again, this is a super difficult spot to be rather than being up at the kitchen. If you can keep your opponents in the transition zone or just not at the kitchen by serving deep, it is going to completely transform your game. I would rather have you serve a ball looking like this rather than looking like that. Now, I am being I am making a big deal about that. I'm being very dramatic. However, though, I'd rather have you have a super deep serve so your opponent has to stay back, your opponent has to wait and let the ball bounce, and then again, they're going to be into a more deeper spot in the court for their second shot. Now, many players, if they get a deep serve, they don't know what to do. And this is the second strategy, or the strategy on the return, that we are going to teach you. For the return, you have first dibs up onto the court. For the return, you need to think that you are moving forward through your return. Too many players, where they go wrong is they'll get served at and they'll hit, they'll stop, and then they'll go. Or players like myself, and when I'm playing with higher level, I played with a pro player, Ryan Sherry, and he said, hey, run through the ball, step back and move into the ball. This is what I'm going to teach you. I do this. I wait for the ball to come. I try not to do it anymore. I wait for the ball. I wait for them to serve it. And then, okay, now I'm running and moving forward after I hit. Instead of running forward after you hit, I want you to move forward through your serve before you hit. So again, I don't want you to what? Wait, hit the ball, and then move up. Because look, I'm going to be up here. I'm not going to be at the kitchen. I want to be at the kitchen when I'm a returner. I don't want you to pull a Tyler and do this. You're going to wait for them to serve, and then you're going to hit it and then move forward. I'm still going to be here. I am going to start moving forward as soon as I see my opponent take a backswing. Once again, when my opponent takes their backswing to serve, then I am going to run forward prior to them even making contact with the ball. I was playing singles against this guy, Ryan Sherry. Ryan Sherry, he won the North Carolina Open. He beat Ben Johns in the PPA Tour. He's an amazing champ, amazing pickleball singles player, amazing guy. Absolutely loved playing with him. I think he's getting ready for North Carolina as we speak. However, I would play him in singles. He would play me in singles. He was kind enough to absolutely annihilate me in singles. I'll put the link below. We had a match where we bet push-ups. I was up 9-0, and I tell you, I was playing the best pickleball of my life. Once again, I was playing the best pickleball of my life against this guy. I was up 9-0 and I still lost. I think I beat him once. I think I was up 8-0, but it's absolutely crazy. And the reason why for singles, and I'm primarily a doubles player, I play doubles with my wife, I was having so much trouble is because for my singles returns, I would be back here and then I would return and I would stay back. The reason why I'd stay back is not only because I wasn't as confident up to the kitchen, but I couldn't get to the kitchen. Every time that I hit my ball for my return of serves for singles, I would be around here and then he would just blast it right by me. And then it forced me to never even want to try to get up to the kitchen because what? I had no time. I couldn't do it. But every time this guy and every pro that I see plays pickleball, what do? They just hit and they instantly, effortlessly just run and move up to the kitchen. And I'm like, how can I do that? Every single time, Ryan, what you do when I see pros, they just hit it and they're all the way up at the kitchen. I'm fast, I'm athletic, I'm not slow. Why am I not getting to the kitchen? And he's like, Tyler, you're not moving forward soon enough. And what I mean by that, and this is what everyone can apply at any level, is I want you to move forward as soon as your opponent takes a backswing. So I always thought that you want to move forward at your return, but watch, so as soon as they take a backswing, I'm running up already, and now I'm hitting and I'm moving up. Again, as soon as my opponent takes their backswing for their serve, I'm already moving forward and then moving up. By moving forward prematurely, by getting your momentum forward, it's going to allow you to get up to the kitchen at a way easier point. You're going to be closer up to the kitchen. If you ever play singles, if you do this, it's going to completely transform your singles game. Now, getting your return in and utilizing the proper technique is another thing. That's why I have that video linked in the description if you want to learn how to hit an amazing return. Keep in mind that video was before I had this amazing, I guess, beat down by him, and then it finally made me ask him how he was so good, and I felt like a deer on ice skates up at the kitchen. But check out that video for the proper technique, because when you get your momentum going prematurely, you're going to spray a lot of balls at first. But the moral of the story is, again, when you serve the ball, you want to make sure that you keep your opponents deep on the return, because 9 times out of 10, if you're playing at a beginner, intermediate level, or even club level, they're not moving forward effectively off of their return. They didn't watch this video. They didn't get absolutely beat down by Ryan Sherry, PPA champion, who beat Ben Johns. And they didn't ask him how to do it, right? So what are they going to do? They hit a deep serve, and then they wait, and then they hit, and now they're in the transition zone. They're not up to the kitchen, and they're going to give you an offensive shot instead of hitting a shot, okay? That's why you're going to serve to keep the ball deep. However, for the returns, on the contrary, again, the second strategy, or this first strategy for the return, is that you're going to move forward. You're going to move through your returns so you can get closer up to the kitchen. If you can keep your opponents further back from the kitchen and you can be closer to the kitchen than your opponents, you're going to win many more points. Now stay on here, okay? Please stay on here. We have to go over one more tip that will make sure that this works for you. Now here's the big disclaimer. If you are now moving forward and through your returns, the moment that you start here, right, what's going to happen? They're going to serve, you're moving up here rather than waiting for the ball here. And what's going to happen? You're going to get jammed, it's not going to work. So what you have to do in order to make this return of serve work is you need to stand further back. Look, I'm getting so close to you guys right now with my stance. I'm standing further back, so now I have distance to run and move forward and up to my return, rather than just standing right up at the service line or a little bit back normally where I stood, because now moving forward again, I would get jammed. So stand further back and allow yourself to move up and forward. Give yourself that distance, and that's going to be so much better. For deep serves, what you can do is fully extend. You can stare at the line. You can really just go for it by looking at the line. Keep that ball deep, play with height, you're going to be all right, and you're going to be so much better off. I have a link in the description on how to improve your serve as well. Make sure, again, you click the link on how to instantly improve your return and your serve. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow me. If you want to see a video of me and Ryan Cherry training, I'll put that link in the description as well. Have a good one. Happy hitting. If you want any type of pickleball programming, corporate event, fundraising event, any type of pickleball event, we can do it for you at Universal Rackets. Make sure you click the link in the description. A Universal Rackets representative will get it out to you. Have a good one. Happy hitting, and we will see you guys next time on court.